like as we live in Ireland, so weather is always wet.
Yeah.
And you splash them, and you go through the.
I don't even mean to sometimes.
Also, if you see a puddle, you just go straight through it if there's someone walking.
Not intentionally.
I'm sorry. Did you wave then, or beforehand or after? You feel sorry, just like usually.
I just kind of like, I just don't look anywhere. I just kind of drive on and just like.
Just a poker face straight on and.
I'm just like, what? I didn't.
Just don't even look at them, like no eye contact.
Exactly. Because then it would be as if I didn't see them.
But it's bad though, because in Ireland, like I heard on the radio, this year we've had over 50 days non-stop rain. Every single day starting this year has been rain in Ireland. Can you believe that?
I can see that every day. I pretty much I can't remember actually dry day, maybe one or two.
Yeah. So those puddle situations actually kind of happen.
Hmm.
You know, it's a real reality.
Well, I try avoid them, but drivers should see everything.
Yeah, but
even
drivers should
cat
see
or
the
raptors walking across the street or something, or even buggy flying. You should see that.
They should see every individual bug.
Do you see every individual?
I do see, yes.
Well, what?
Imagine,
have you seen a butterfly?
Yes. I'm just
No, but I think he means like if he sees the bug, he's like moving the car out of the way so it doesn't hit it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the big ones. Yeah, you can see they can scratch my van. Push. Oh damn it! He scratches.
I remember Mammy when she was bringing me to town once in our car, and like there was like a big bug, like this big on.
Okay, that's a
I don't
dinosaur
think we have those
bug.
in Ireland. What are you talking about?
It wasn't.
It looks like a bird more like
Yeah,
a
you sure
bug.
that wasn't like some
No.
actual creature?
Okay.
Yeah, it was this type of bug. I have a picture which I'll show you later. But like
it splashed or
no,
before?
it was alive. But Mammy tried to like wipe it off, and it
But
wasn't
he was still
wiping.
hanging on the wipers.
He was hanging on, and then after we stopped the car, I got out of the car. Mum was like, "Take a picture of me and the bug."
Like a selfie.
So I took a picture of her and the bug, and she would start posing with it. And then after she was like, "Okay, take it off now." And I was like, I had to like literally take him by his legs, and I had to like throw him away. But he kept getting stuck in between, like in there, and I was like, "What the hell?" True story.
Speaking of true stories and birds and bugs, I remember I was driving once on the motorway, and I don't know how I didn't catch it on camera, but it was like one of those moments you need to catch on camera to believe it. But the car in front of me, like a bird flew underneath like the wheels, and then they just kind of came out on the other side and like exploded and then like a bunch of feathers, and that was something that I kind of witnessed, and I was like, damn.
It's probably suicidal.
Yeah, like a suicidal bird, and he just kind of exploded.
Down and then air draft and then bing, bang.
So we're all driving, yeah? What do you guys think of the Irish National Driving Test? Do you agree with it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're currently in the process of doing yours.
Yes.
I'm finished mine, and you've done a driving test, but not Irish. So you can share your experience on that as well. But how are you finding yours so far? The whole test experience.
I think overall it's pretty stupid. Like, I kind of agree with like the safe driving and stuff, but I think it's like the way, like the marking scheme and stuff. It's just pretty stupid because like they don't like necessarily constantly like look at every single detail that you're doing, and they like miss a lot of stuff, and it's just I think from other stories that people have told me, if you show that you are a safe driver, like you still do all your like mirror checks, whatever, and you can drive and change your gears and you're not going too fast, keeping the speed limit, I think you should be able to pass. But like having to like have these like little itty bitty like tweaks made, like the really specific kind of corrections that they like look for, and they don't explain it to you, I think that's just really where it just gets stupid. Because like
Can you give us an example? Like there's a lot of stuff that it could be.
Like
a lot of things.
So staying at a like when I done my very first, like one of my first driving test, there was a stop sign and I had to stop, and like I stopped for as like. Right, let me describe it for you.
You didn't
right?
stop at the stop
No,
sign.
I did stop at the stop sign. So look, stop sign is here, right? My car is here, but there's walls here, okay? So I can't actually physically see the road. Fine, whatever. I go here, stop behind the line. Okay, fine. I'm starting to crawl up a bit so I can actually see the road because I can't see no cars and if it's safe to go or whatever. So I'm slowly crawling up and I'm looking, and then afterwards I'm driving out, right? Fine, no cars, safe. I come back and then afterwards he's like, oh yeah, you did that wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I can see it. Why?
why? You explain it to me.
Because you should drive
I
until
stopped
you
at the
can
stop.
no. Before you can see the cars, then you stop. Not at the stop sign, because stop sign could be 5 meters before.
No, because you're
junction.
always supposed to stop at the stop sign.
No,
Yes,
You-
you are.
no.
You're supposed to stop at the stop sign and then you're supposed to creep out.
no, no, no.
No, because
You
like,
should stop, or if there is this junction, you should stop. At least you can see it at the junction.
that's
Even
what I
your
did.
stop sign is behind you, behind your car. You stop, then you have a look, and then you drive.
That's what I did. I stopped at the stop sign.
Yeah, stop
I
sign at
dro-
the front of you.
Yeah, but what
I
if the
stopped at
junction
the-
was... Okay, calm down. What if the junction was like 2 meters
Forward.
forward from the stop sign? So like...
Yeah,
let's
that's
say
what
you drive,
happened because there was walls here. I couldn't see, right?
Yeah.
Now let me explain to you because you're not understanding. The stop sign was here. I'm telling you, there's freaking walls here, right? Let me use my knee. Walls here. I can't freaking see the road.
Yeah, but-
Okay, no. Listen.
So you stopped at the line that said stop, but you can't see the road, so what's the point?
Listen, I'm here. I stopped at the stop sign because I'm always supposed to stop at the stop sign in case there's something turning or whatever, right? And then, because that's what he said, I'm supposed to go out, and then I'm supposed to stop again because it's a junction, and I'm supposed to look. And I did look, and then I drove out when it was safe, and it was straight away safe, so I stopped for a second, looked, and went.
Okay. And okay.
And he said that you're supposed to stop at the stop sign. Yeah,
That
that's
stop
what I
sign
know.
means you full stop, not for a split second.
Yeah,
you
but
just
I-
stop, you're still rolling.
Well, that's... Okay, just before you say anything, that is actually... They're very strict about that. I know from my own experience as well. They... If there's a stop sign, you stop for like...
Fully.
You show that you stop for like
Yes.
a second.
Yes.
That's what I did. I stopped
You
for...
said split second.
Yeah, but I stopped, right? I
Okay,
stopped,
okay,
put
okay,
my
okay.
clutch down and everything. I was back into first gear. Fine, I went again because I was in second gear. I went back in first gear and I went again to creep out, right?
Right.
I'm not supposed to stop for like 5 seconds because then cars are going to start flying by and then I'm holding traffic behind. And then obviously I'm putting myself more in danger because then I have to look at my blind spot again and all this freaking shit, right? So I stopped, pressed down my clutch, went into first gear, looked... Well, I actually didn't look, that's a lie, because I just looked with my eyes like this. I'm not supposed to look like this because there's freaking walls. I don't know
You're
what I'm
calling
supposed to
yourself
see.
out?
You see, you see,
Well, I
you
am
got...
calling myself out.
No, you see, you just said it
Did you...
all truth. You looked with your eyes. How can you see? You're not a bat like you can see all 360 around you. You should see 1, 2,
That is
and
some-
then
yeah,
again
yeah.
1, and then you go.
That is true because the instructors
When-
are looking. If
Then they
you're
not see
looking-
your eyes.
Guys,
Physically.
Guys, behind the stop sign. When I get to the junction, I look like this. Obviously, I look like that. I don't
That's
just
not what
look
you
like
said,
this.
though.
Yeah, you
I
said it
did.
with
I
your
said
eyes.
behind. I said behind the stop sign when I stopped.
Okay.
That's when I do
Okay,
it. They're
that's not-
actually
Can
all
I-
stupid.
Can I just ask before this gets too heated?
Because it's gonna get heated and
Can
I'm
I
gonna
just
get
ask?
mad.
Is this a thing that made you fail your test, or is this just like a mistake that you made?
This is a mistake that I made.
Okay. So it's not a big deal. It's just a small mistake.
Yeah, it's just a small mistake, which I didn't get an explanation of at the end, which he literally clearly said, this is another thing I hate. He asked me at the end, he was like, do you want me to explain your mistakes for you?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, can you please go into detail as well? And he was like, yeah, you only have these mistakes. They're very minor, it's okay. And I was like, what? You didn't even explain when or where I went wrong in them, and how, and what I can do to, like, improve, whatever. I don't even need to hear that bit, but I need to know where I went wrong, just so I know for, like, the next time I can actually improve on that, and I can look out for it, instead of now wondering, being like, okay, well, now I have to see, like, everything apparently I do now is wrong, and having to go through the whole thing and be like, wait, is this right or wrong? Second guessing myself.
So bad
And that's
explanations.
exactly, and that's just gonna make me like fail your. That's gonna make you fail your test again and again, because they're just, honestly, I believe that they're not even trying to look for like. They're not even giving like genuine like kind of what they think of like driving tests and stuff. I think they're just honestly just getting money off
But
people.
do you think they failing at the stop sign?
They're not failing at the stop sign.
Well, but is that dangerous?
No,
To drive
no.
through the junction where the stop sign
it's
is.
not. It was a minor.
But no,
It's
but
a minor,
it's very
they don't-
dangerous if you're just creeping out or without a stopping or just a split second stopping. You should stop properly. Bang, bang. With
I
your...
did stop properly.
Okay, pass it. Next one. So
You should have been there, right? If I had my camera, you know the camera in my car, if he didn't ask me
The
to take
dash
out
cam?
the freaking chip, because he asked me to take out the chip, he was like, yeah, can you unplug that? Like, you know, plug it out. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm not.
You're talking
like,
about the dash cam, yeah?
Yeah, the dash cam. And, like, I literally could have pressed the button and it wouldn't have worked. He was like, yeah, can you just take out the chip there for me, please? And I was like,
That's kind of sketchy.
and I was like,
If the instructor asks you to not film the lesson, I mean, like, you should be... I know in Ireland maybe the dash cam is, like, sort of like a grey area. Like, are you allowed to have dash cams? I don't know. But
like,
you should be able to record your own performance to see if you did
exactly.
bad.
I think it's just pretty stupid, like, and especially if there's, like, any, like, dangerous, like, things, like, that do come up eventually, because, you know, like, so there could be anything that can go wrong, you know, during anything, and if that one day that you don't have a dash cam on because you freaking undone it, because after driving home after that as well, I literally, like, anything could have happened, and, like, I didn't have my chip back in because, one, the chip is so tiny, I couldn't fit it back in, and I had my nails freshly done at that point, so I was like, yeah, okay. So, like, and, you know, big nails, like, you know, can't, like,
Okay.
put it in, but... And it just wouldn't go in, so I had to ask Dad to put it in.
Okay, so this whole thing we just went on, I don't even remember what the question was. What was the question?
You asked, what, like, are
Oh,
the driving
tests.
tests, like, beneficial or something?
Right. Okay, so, Dad, how are driving tests when you did yours? What were they like compared to what you know about the Irish driving test now?
my driving test was
When did you do it, actually? Like, back...
back in the old days, in the 20th century.
Okay.
It sounds more, you know, oldish.
Right.
Yeah, in 1997 I got my license. I spent 3 months in a school. Well, it's like a driving school. It was in Latvia.
Okay, so it's an actual school.
Well, yeah, it was. I think if I remember right, it was twice a week, and then we had 3 tests. One test for all the lights, what's supposed to be on the car, about everything, which means parking lights, full lights, all the indicators, all these type of things. If you pass that, so you are allowed to go next round. So the next round was junctions, all the tests about the junctions, which way you drive. So I think you had 30 or 40 questions. You are allowed to get 3 mistakes on each test.
Okay.
When you pass them, all 3 tests during the 3-month period, you are allowed, and then you do the school test, big test, for all the questions. I think it was 400 in total, just for
Questions?
a car. Yeah, for a car, you pull a ticket, you have 30 questions randomly picked. So that's before the big exam. Like, I mean, exam is in a different town or city to do the driving test. Theory, and at the same time you can do the driving. When you pass a school test, again 3 mistakes, then you qualify for a big test, for a driver's license.
So how many tests in total? So there's
5.
Like 5 like kind of theory tests, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you only get to like kind of drive behind the
Driving,
wheel.
yeah.
That's
It's
a long
5.
process.
Yeah. Then you only allow like 3 mistakes, from 30 questions for the B category for the car. I was doing truck as well, so I had extra 20 questions in a test. So it's 50, and you have 4 mistakes. I took 2 lessons. Instructor said, "Yeah, it's all good. You're good to go." And then with the C category with the truck, I was driving with gas. The name was gas.
Gas?
Yeah, I think it was some kind of old truck. Not even truck, like, you know.
Is that the name of it?
I think so. Can you Google gas 53? Yes, one of
This
the
thing.
Yes. So I was driving with one of these. I think I did about 5 lessons in total, but and then, you know, you can see the front ends, like you can see the bonnet, you know, when you're driving. Yeah. It's very hard actually was to drive. And then I was kind of ready to go for a big test for the exam. I was driving with one of these, like in exams for a B category. I was doing Opel Ascona back then. It was with the injection type engine. It was very sensitive accelerator pedal when you pressed. With the Audi I was driving, it was carburetor. It was a different type of driving. How it drives, you know, when you press the pedal, it's not going.
Right.
But injection, you press, you go.
Right. Very different.
Yeah, and then I was worried, do I even pass it? Is because it's a different type when you try to get out from somewhere, you know. It's just that the line, how you take, is different. And then the instructor, he said, okay, we go for a spin and then you do the test with the examiner. I said, okay. And then he said, did you ever asking some random question. I said, well, maybe, yeah. You know, I was pretending kind of I know everything.
That you drove this before.
Yeah, kind of something. I don't know. I always kind of say all the favorites, you know, just to keep me happy. So I was driving. I was doing about 30 kilometers an hour in the town. And then he said, why are you so slow? I said, well, oh, yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, just get used to. He said, come on, don't be slow. He just pressed like that. He grabbed my leg and then bang, floored it. I was flying, you know. And he said, that's how you go. Like, don't be slow. That's before an exam. And then I felt, okay. And then since then, it's like a trauma. Now I'm driving like that, always heavy pedal. I guess he said it to me, like, you know, okay.
So it stuck with you, yeah? With the,
yeah, like pretty much. But anyway, he said, just drive, don't be like a pensioner, you know, the pensioner's mode, you know, when you go very slow.
You have to show that you're confident on the road.
Well, yeah, if you see the sign 50, 60 kilometers an hour, like, that's not indicate you have to drive 60, but up to 60, but if you drive 40 or 30, that's too slow.
Yeah.
You go average 50, close to 60. You know, that's he was explaining it to me. So I kind of I took that his advice all my life. But anyway, I passed it, and then it's all good now.
And how many? So you've had your B and C category driving.
Back home, yeah.
How long have you had that for?
Since 1997.
So that's what,
29 years.
29 years, almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Compare that to me, I have my driving license for 4 years, almost 5.
Yeah, but probably you, like in Ireland, is way different compared to all the how you get the license. I don't know how about in the different countries. Like I would like to know what way you in Europe, like in Germany, how you get the license, you know? What way they get the license, or France, Spain.
I think
it would be nice to know.
Yeah, it would be nice to know, especially Germany as well, because they have the Autobahn.
Yeah.
With the, like, you know, unlimited
how they explain to the new driver, like novice.
I think
you can go 200 kilometers an hour, no problem.
No, I think they do your method. Floor it.
Yeah, don't be silly, yeah. Just don't be scared. In Ireland, I feel like they don't have a driving schools, you know, just to do the online. I was actually trying to pass Irish test online. I didn't pass it.
No?
No. I was, I don't know, too dumb or something. Maybe I didn't pass it at all. I couldn't pass because their questions so...
So specific.
Back in my day, there was only 10 questions about safety. What you should do on a road when somebody is, I don't know, burned his hand with the steam, opening radiator, something like that. Or after crash, or you do the first aid course, something like that. But today, from 100 questions, there's 80 questions about safety. You have to be like a doctor on the road. Like, for me, it doesn't make sense. Just to call the 911. And then they deal it. You just...
So you think a lot of the questions are kind of directed more towards away from driving?
Yes. And that's the reason why here in Ireland, I feel if you get your learner's driver's permit, and if you survive 2 years, not killing somebody or yourself, you're ready to go. Like you're ready to be an like novice driver. Because otherwise, like, you just randomly, you never sat before in a car, and you pass a test theory, and then
you're on the
they
big road.
say you can go, you can drive, you can learn. How can you learn if you don't know nothing about the car? Even can't open the door.
Did you wash my car today?
Brainwashed.
I was actually, I saw you outside today, and it's like lashing rain and you're washing 2 cars.
Wait, did you wash mine too?
No.
Daddy asked you to wash mine yesterday.
See?
No, I washed my van.
And Mommy's car.
Yeah.
We should test
I
our
got
road
30.
signs.
I got 39 on my theory test. 39 out of 40.
That's really good.
And that was in 4 minutes actually. Everyone else, I went in last. This is my best and this is my biggest flex ever. I went in last. I was so like confident. I went in last. Everyone was like doing their own thing. I got my like, cause there's like this little security, so you're literally there like getting patted down and everything. Get your picture taken. You go in. 5 minutes have gone by. They all should be all finished by now. No, I sit down. I'm like, okay, lock in, and I'm like clicking through all the answers, like, and I'm like, this is so easy. What the hell? And I look at it, and I'm like, huh, I'm finished. And before I do it, I'm like, should I go back and check my answers? I was like, no, I can't do that because then I'm gonna second guess myself. I got pass. I look over, they're still working, and I was like, why are they still actually that struggling that much? Like, are they actually that silly? Like, so I went out, and the woman is like, that's like checking your ID and stuff. She's like, how did you do? Because she was even shocked that I came out in freaking 3.5, 4 minutes, like. And then afterwards, I was like, I passed. Yeah. And
I
she was
assume
like, oh my God.
I assume you had to like memorize a lot of questions to be able to do that.
No.
Because that's not normal. What they give you like half an hour. So how'd you end up
They
with
gave
4
me
minutes?
40 minutes. They gave me 40 minutes and like 30 questions. No? 40 questions, sorry.
That's impressive though.
I did the same way when I was doing the test. Like I did before computers. I did on a paper that you pull a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You have questions. I remember I went in outside my school group because my exams was on the 29th of the August. So my birthday was on the next day. So and you only get allowed to get the license when you're 18. So I was way 1 day too short for 18. So that means you couldn't get your license. So I kind of skipped that time, and then I was doing my tests in October. And I remember I went in a class as well, in a big exam, pulled the ticket. They gave me 30 minutes as well for all of us, 30 students sitting inside.
Mm-hmm.
I went in pretty much 5 minutes as well, crossed all the answers, put it down. It was the first person who was outside. I waited for 30 minutes, and the teacher was kind of saying to them, time is up, and they were still doing. And then only 3 people passed the test, myself and 2 others. And I was done in 5 minutes, other ones like from 30. I don't know. Why they even apply for a test if you're not ready? Like I was kind of My time was like not a computer, it was book, and then you had the answers. It's about maybe 500 questions in total. This book was quite thick, and then you go through all the answers. I remember I was memorizing a lot, like all the questions, how to read, because there's a lot of questions, just only one word was different, or but, something like that. And then I just memorized all of this, and then bang. Even all the road signs as well. We should even do the test about the road signs. We know
We're gonna do that, yeah. And I was gonna say,
because in Ireland there's a little bit different road signs compared to Latvia. I know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that.
Wait.
I was gonna say, this is like father, like daughter. You both finished in like 5 minutes when the test is like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. That's like, I didn't do that. I sat there and I took
but
my
that's
time
because
until
you
the
just,
time
like-
was over.
Yeah, but see,
They
like,
throw you out and you're still scribbling
Yeah, I
there.
was still like, come on, let me finish.
but like, see, like the thing is that like, I think it was like so easy because it was one multiple choice. Quickly, straight away, you have 4 answers right. One of them is trying to throw you off. 2 of them could be written the exact same, but one of them could be like the right way, and then the other one could be like a way to throw you off, and then there's 2 wrong answers. So it's just like immediately just like read the question. Now, I was so bad at it because like I had to read the question out loud, because like when I read the question, I don't actually understand it when I don't read it out loud, like when
How loud?
like I just have
So
to,
you're
like,
talking in like a quiet room. You're like the only one talking to yourself.
yeah, so I have to, like,
What
whisper
should
to
they
myself.
take? Which
So I have
which
to
lane I
whisper to myself.
take?
Yeah, so I have to whisper to myself, and like I have to like but like sometimes like I would actually have to like say it to myself but it'd be so bad, but I have to constantly repeat it. But at that point, I've done like I was practicing like the week previously, and like I was just constantly doing them, and I kept getting like 39, 40 and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm ready, because they kept like repeating constantly, but like kind of going in different orders and stuff. And I was like, this is fine. And all of them were in like 5 minutes. One time I actually got it in 2 minutes. That was my highest score. I was like, it was almost like a contest on like how fast I could do it. Like that's.
I'm just imagining, you said you finished in 4 minutes, so you were basically speaking, and if you had to repeat each question in your head or like whisper, you were just basically 40 questions in 4 minutes. That's 10 questions a minute. You were just talking to yourself like, that's all I can imagine, just speaking to yourself the whole test.
Oh, I felt so bad because there was someone that was like that was like beside me, and they kept like looking over. Well, actually, we had headphones on as well.
Oh,
So
right,
like, but
okay.
like I still had to like speak to myself, but like they wouldn't have heard that bad. But they kept like staring at me as well. Like when I was walking out, they stared at me. They were like, "What?" And they got distracted. I think like half of them failed because of me.
Well, on the subject of tests, I was going to ask you guys, so if you know the answer, don't say it, but some of us have these questions more fresh in our minds than others. Like you, for example.
I need to study these a bit more, but I
Well,
think I know this.
You should know all of these, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask.
It might take me a while, but like to remember and the specific name, because I like to remember them by name instead of like describe them. Like how.
Right. Well, can you just... Dad, first of all, do you know what this is? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn.
See, now I think I'm very confident in what this is, but if I get this wrong, like I'm actually.
What is this?
Is this a clear way?
Ooh.
It is?
Correct. Is this what you were going to say? as
Clear
well?
way?
Clear way, yeah.
What did you think?
Clear way?
Clear way, yeah.
It's
Clear,
like.
clear of what?
Well, do you know what it means, actually? Aside from the name, do you know what the sign means?
I think you just can't enter or something. It doesn't. Wait, hold on. Now, where specifically would you find this sign? If you can.
No, actually I don't know, because that's no. I was thinking about you can't stop at all.
Yeah.
You can't leave the.
Well, that's what it
you
means.
can't park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You were going to say that?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say if it was by the parking, you can't park because I think I've seen them there.
Sure.
Well, if you
Okay.
gave me
Is that a
chance-
clear way?
Yes, it's a clear way.
You can't park, and the sign is called Clear Way,
Because
and
you
yes,
have
you're
to
right. You
keep the
can't
way
park.
clear.
Ah,
You can't stop or park
Yeah.
unless there's specified times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the one little
Oh, I know this
caveat.
one, Dad.
Okay,
This
this
one
one.
got changed.
That's easy.
You guys know this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, there-
You go first.
After this, there's no speed limits
No,
like
it's 60 kilometers per hour.
She's right.
60.
60 kilometers per hour.
Oh,
It used
the
to be
square
80.
square one was the no speed limit. Yeah.
This is for like urban areas, I think.
60.
Urban or rural roads or
There's
urban roads.
actually we have to compare. There's this
It used
this
to be
type
80.
of design. There's no in Latvia.
There,
No,
it used
not
to be.
No.
It used to be 80 kilometers, but I think recently they changed it to
This
60.
type
Yeah.
of design, round. No, it's usually square
in
with
England.
these stripes.
That's in England. They got transported here, I think. Or did
No, I don't know. That's I'm wrong.
So you know what is it? Explain it.
A 60 kilometer. So it's on rural roads, I think.
Rural roads.
Yeah. So it used to be 80 kilometers. So that's the speed limit. You can go 60 kilometers per hour on those roads.
So if the sign doesn't show 80 kilometers or 60 kilometers, it's gonna show this sign,
Okay.
and it means 60 kilometers.
Yeah.
Don't know. Actually.
Speed limit. And
So
then
Dad's just
finally-
been going 80 all that
Yeah,
time. He's
I
just been
know,
going 120.
So tell me this. Cul-de-sac?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one was easy.
Okay.
You both know that, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that was easy. Well, you
Is
passed
this
your
water
test.
drinkable?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
kinda. But yeah, well done, guys. You passed your test.
Thank you.
So
I made the one mistake. Yeah.
You made 2 mistakes.
well, only
1.5.
actually 0 mistakes were allowed, so you actually failed.
Yeah. Like mine was like nearly 30 years ago, so it's different.
No, of course.
Yeah, but you've been driving for the last 29 years. I've only been driving for a year.
I was gonna ask something like a fun question. So everyone has a personality on the road, like your driving personality. Some people have like a bit of rage. Maybe you do. I don't know. Some people have like sort of like they talk to themselves while they're driving. So do you think you have like a personality when you're on the road? Like
I think I have like a couple personalities. It depends on the day.
Okay.
And it depends on my mood because I have after one of my like mock lessons, I like this instructor so much because he's so he just brings out a hate in me. Like hate in me towards him almost, but like it's good hate because it's
Explain
the hate.
yourself.
It's basically the type when like people say like if you kind of like I don't know if you're like really soft on that person, they're just never gonna learn.
Right.
So it's just kind of a harsh kind of like way of teaching, which I honestly think it's taught me more than my previous instructor, because like my previous instructor, like the way they were teaching me just wasn't like I don't like now looking at it. They just didn't actually teach me anything, and they've been teaching me wrong. And like now compared to my current instructor now, he's literally giving out about them. He's like, I can't believe they would do this and everything. Like, oh, darn them and all this. And I'm like, and then afterwards, like I just be driving, and then he'd be screaming at me in the car, and he'd be like, go to this side, left, and I'm like, I have to be literally inches away from the curb when I'm driving on the road, which is fair enough, like, I don't want to be too far on the right, but like, I'm more in the middle, and he's like, go to the left, and I'm like, okay, left, so like, one day I was driving,
Wait,
What's happening?
so, if you ever see me on the road, and there's a car that's literally like, inches away from the curb, that's me, because he's screaming at me to go left.
I've never had my instructor scream at me. So
Right,
that's a
but it's kind
first.
of helping, because on the way home, I started screaming at myself, so...
left to yourself, right?
So literally, I was on the way. So he was like, he parked away from me, cause like he got out of his car because we didn't have my car, and then I was driving out, and like, I was like on my way home and everything, and I was like, okay, stop, look, blind spot, and then I was like, okay, right, slow down, second gear, and then afterwards I was like turning, I was like, yeah, well, too soon, buddy. I was like, look. Signal, look again, and then like I was literally there, like I was like left, and I swear to God there was cars like pulling out and like in front of me, and even when I was on like the roundabout, everyone was looking at me like this, like they actually looked terrified, no, because they were there like
Because they're thinking some psycho in a car, wah, wah, shouting, waving. They're thinking, who's that?
You said that was only
with an L plate as well.
with an L plate.
No.
But like,
No, I am opposite. Like, there's no mood. Depends. I always on the limit. I mean, not. Well,
Are you sure about
I
that?
am trying to flow with the traffic fast.
So
I
so if
don't
there's-
like when like I said at the traffic lights, when people taking too long, they can't find the gear or something. I just like when it's green, all of us, like 5 cars, like standing at the traffic light. Green, all of us go in the same time.
So you like to be kind of like in sync with everyone else.
Yes, I don't like it when I understand all the we are different everywhere, like how we drive, how we see the things. But anyway, like that's probably some people are like racing drivers. They're very quick everywhere. They think very fast, and some people are just changing a tire. That's all. They can't do these things. And for me, I would say I always kind of like to be like a racing driver more on the street, but with the limits, of course. I'm not going on a red light and I don't know. Just,
A mindful
yes,
kind of racing
but
driver.
if there's a speed limit 60, I always
He's gonna
go
go
about
65.
65. Yeah, just
I
a
think that's fine.
little bit above,
Yeah.
you know, just to feel the flow. But I mean, that's enough, you know, in a town.
Just to get a kick, you know.
Yeah, and then even
I think-
everybody thinks, that's a small van I drive, like, you know, just passing everyone. And then they were surprised, what the hell, who's this? And, you know,
Yeah.
So just to get to the bottom of this, you guys both speed, is what I understood. I speed sometimes as well. But besides the point, what is your personality then? Like what? So if something goes wrong, if someone pulls out in front of you, like what do you do? Do you like?
Stick up the
What is
middle
your
finger.
What is your first reaction? Is that your first
No,
reaction?
right. So basically, I actually have a story about this. Me and Sandra, my friend, were in the car together, and you know, by the 2 roundabouts that we have by our, like, not that far from our house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after the first roundabout, you know how you have to stop because you have to let the right of way like them through. So I stopped because I seen that the car wanted to turn, and I was like, that's fine, you know, I'll stop. And then afterwards, it stopped. And, like, it was just not moving. And I was like, well, what's going on here? Like, are you going to move? So I started creeping out because I was like, okay, well, they're just taking too long. I'm just going to go. And then afterwards, as I started moving, every single time, they just started moving. And I was like, are you going to make up your mind? Like, are you going to move or what? Because there's nobody on their right side. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're actually causing so much traffic. So I was just there like, right, what the hell? So I started moving again. And, like, then after she started moving, she was, like, so close to my car, and I was, like, I stopped straight away, and she just, like, went like this, and afterwards I just, like, put up my face, and I was, like, and I, like, drove past, and I made sure to put it up in the middle of my mirror, so when she, you know, like, that middle mirror, when she, like, looked back, all she sees is this, and, like, a middle finger just sticking up at her.
with L plates, you were chasing someone to show this.
Well, no, because I was going that way anyway, but, like, yeah, basically. But, like,
I am very quick in a traffic, but with the speed limits. I'm not.
But what happens if something goes wrong? You've surely showed the middle finger to someone before. In your 30 years of experience.
yes, he has. I know he has.
Yeah, I was verbally abusing.
Yeah.
I know Mammy has.
Because in my head, I always think there's no point even like argue or stop or fist fighting someone, because then you lose your time. You gain nothing. You're just causing a trouble for all of us, all the drivers around. Because you stop in the middle of the road, even fist fighting someone, and then what happens? You get whatever, arrested, fines, somebody else get involved. But if you just verbally get anger out, just cursing, whatever, like, but you're still driving, that's okay. You didn't lose it or nothing. You only lost maybe 10 seconds of your driving life because he was ahead of you or something, you know, something like that.
So it's not worth it.
Not worth it. It's just
Move about your day. You can have road rage, but just keep going.
yeah. I always keep in with myself. Like, of course, I scream some banana jokes. Oh yeah, FF, and that's all. And then I keep driving, and then turn on the music, and then bang bang. Keep
Yeah,
driving.
I love my music. Like, I always have like a specific like first song on. Like, I have my car playlist and I have like the perfect mood, so it just switches. And like whenever, and like this one time it happened so perfectly. I was driving and like there was a situation that happened and I was so mad, and then a perfect song came on for my like mad song, because like I have a song for every mood, and I was like in my car playlist, like they should next song up, and I was like, I was screaming that song for them, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and just tell your driving style. Who are you on the road? Did you show the middle finger as well? Or throw the cans of soda?
No.
I don't think he has that privilege. He drives a Honda.
Hyundai.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't even have that privilege, because I would drive a Sea. Only Mammy has that privilege.
see, my situation is funny because I used to drive a Beamer BMW, so I was
Yeah.
like, I used to be, you know, the boy racer kind of driver. So yeah, like, I was speeding sometimes, and I was a little bit cocky on the road, and maybe I had a little bit more road rage to show I was
because of BMW.
yeah, like I'm a
Because, like,
Beamer
you're-
driver.
BMW?
Yeah.
Bet and bet.
BMW. But at the same time, I think as the years kind of went by, I sort of matured a little bit, so it doesn't matter that I drive a Hyundai now. Like, if I was in a Beamer now, I think I'd still be, like, basically I'm more cautious now.
Did you use the indicators on your BMW?
Oh, that's a big thing, right? Using the indicators. What's an indicator?
Yeah, because BMW usually have a web cobs on the indicator switch.
You don't use them.
You know that? Never buy a BMW.
I don't want a BMW. I want a Mustang. A Shelby, actually.
What's Shelby? What's Mustang? What's the first name?
or
Yeah, but what's the brand?
Mustang. Ford.
Oh, close.
Okay.
What's your favorite brand, actually? Car brand? Ford Mustang?
Well, that's probably like one of my like most wanted cars. Like, that's my dream kind of car, I guess. But I think growing up as a BMW family, I think BMWs would be like my favorite, because they're just so like iconic. And I hate Audis. They're just my biggest like enemies,
Why?
because they're just so ugly. Like, and they're just so like, they're actually trying to copy.
I apologize to Audi drivers.
They're both German cars.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I
It's
do
just,
prefer BMW as well, though.
yeah, but I don't know. It's just like, I think the look of it, and I think just the people, they're always enemies towards each other. Like, if we get a BMW, our worst enemy is going to get an Audi. That's just a fact. And if they get an Audi, they are your worst enemy. I think that's how you know, because BMW and Audi people can never be friends. It just doesn't work, and if it does, their friendship always falls out, and that's a fact. So many situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there's definitely personalities in the cars.
Yes.
Like we're talking about.
Yes.
Like BMW
Their
drivers have
faces,
personalities.
they have faces.
Usually, when you look at the face of the people, you pretty much know what they
could
drive.
they drive, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Honda face, Toyota
What kind of face
man.
do I have?
Oh yeah, just the young
Yeah,
face.
Oh, you have the Ford Mustang face.
Yes. But like,
Um,
actually, I have a question for you guys. Like, what kind of eyes do you like on your cars?
I personally do like the aggressive BMW 3 Series 2008s,
Like where they're mad,
range.
like?
The kind of angry looking eyes. I like that.
Do you?
Nowadays, my Hyundai has like
They have
weird
it's soft eyes.
bug eye looking eyes. It looks like a weird kind of front of the
What's
car.
the name of it?
i30. Hyundai i30.
Yeah, no, but what's her name? Your car.
She doesn't have a name.
Why not?
I don't name
I
my
have a
cars.
name for mine.
I don't have a name. So
My one's called Bumblebee.
Okay.
it's very bumbly.
They're bubbly.
But like,
No,
she is
I
amazing.
like BMW E60, our previous one.
The previous one before this one, or
Yeah,
the
it's
convertible.
previous. No, convertible is E36.
Oh.
That's different. The E60, yeah, I like that shape. I like that.
What's the difference between this one and that one? I forgot what the old one looked like, because they're always just like so similar. Like, I
you
know
have
they have like differences. Like, if I seen them side by side, or if I seen a picture, I'd be able to tell it. But now, like, from memory, I think it's just so hard because they just look so similar. Because our old one was dark blue, I think.
No,
E50.
Yes, it was dark blue.
black.
You said it
No.
was E50, yeah?
E60,
Versus the other one?
Yes.
F10. Yeah, there it is.
Ah, okay, okay.
So we had this one, on the right. This
Ah,
sort of
yes,
style.
yes.
Yeah,
Now we have the one on the left now.
yeah, and F10, that's our left.
So yeah, this one was my style here. I kind of like this one.
Yeah.
More aggressive.
Yeah, your one like had like a mustache. I mean, actually, they look like more like nostrils, not even a mustache.
And then compare that to
my Sia.
this. This is basically what I drive now.
Damn. At least he still has some sort of mad eyes, though.
That looks like a bug, don't you think?
It's like my one. It's like nice and small and cozy. Look up my car. That's my little car. Bumblebee.
It looks okay, I guess. Not too bad.
I think like it's just very nice. It's very nice for a first car because it's very
It's,
like cozy.
See, you have a first car. I have my first car was Lada 2101. Yes, that's
This was your first car?
yes, blue color. That was my very first.
So something like this?
Did you pick up mommy in that?
No. That was my first car, yes.
Wow.
How you compare Latvia driving style with Irish drivers? And even if you've been outside and on a holidays
Well,
in different
one you
countries.
drive on.
Which country in Europe you think it's
One you
mad
drive
drivers?
on. One you drive on the right side of the road
Okay, which is right side?
in Latvia. Like in Latvia, you write on the right side instead of the left side, like we do.
Okay.
So that's like obviously different.
That's
I know it's not too different, but like
just only a
for
side
someone-
when you drive, but
I know,
the
but like
stylistically, the in general drivers when
oh,
how you-
Latvians.
how-
Here they're so like calm and collected. I feel like, well, from what I've seen, like,
in Latvia they try you pass, where is not allowed at all. Like
Yeah.
before bend 20 cars, there's still somebody is looking to pass.
I think they
all.
don't care about pedestrians. Like they always just like I think that's why they don't have zebra crossings. They just drive like, and you have to like jaywalk across. Like that's why I'm a pro at jaywalking now,
Okay.
because like whenever I'm up in college, I have to like be a pro jaywalker because there's cars coming left and right. Oh my god! Also, funny story, right? Almost got hit by a car.
You got hit by a car almost?
Almost in Dublin, because there was I was walking to college, right, and like afterwards there was a van decided to drive on the footpath where I was walking, and I was like, is there someone like that's trying to get me? Like, what's going on? And I looked back, and I was just like this, and he was just like giving me dirty look. He was like, what? And I was like, you're driving on my freaking side, son. So
how would you compare Latvian drivers to Irish drivers?
Latvia is mental health. They need mental health. So because they are very, they try pass you. In general, the most of the drivers, they're not patient. Like they're flying. They try to pass you. They don't think about consequences. What's gonna happen? They're gaining maybe 1-2 minutes of their journey, but they're risking a lot. Here, there's more friendly. Just say hello, sorry. That's the same gesture. Hello or sorry. But I think the Spanish drivers, they are so crazy. Like, I mean, they're shouting constantly. Even in the bus, when you're sitting a driver in a bus driver, just puta,
even in Italy when we were there, like everyone was just like going
beep,
crazy.
beeping. But
Italians
the
are-
Spanish, they're crazy for me. I find they're in Europe.
Well, it's the roads and the environment that they're in. I find Italian drivers, like you said, to be very chaotic,
Yeah.
notoriously. I'm sure Spanish
I
drivers
think
as well.
Spanish
I think
for
it's just like
me-
different rules and everything that they have. Like they have their own laws, like certain laws, like they have.
Probably.
Because I know, like in Italy, like you can honk. Here, you're not allowed to honk at
you
anyone.
Danger driver, they always call you dangerous
Hmm.
because you're just beeping. But anyway, in Spain, I was driving once with Irish car. I remember I took a wrong lane, so in Ireland usually just show the gesture, sorry, apologizing, and just driving. They let you go,
Yeah.
let you through, on the lane, and then that's it. In Spain, it wasn't like that. I tried just turn on my indicator. I want to go left, remember, or something. And even they were kind of, no, they're not let me go. They're blocking me, beeping, shouting on me, just get in that lane. Anyway, with my driving experience, I said banana board, and then just went still. And they were so angry. I remember they were shouting, big road rage. But
Yeah.
like I said, I just kept driving. Didn't bother me.
Yeah, I definitely find the Irish drivers to be more calm,
Friendly,
collected,
yeah.
friendly. They let you pass on the pedestrian crossing. Different
Even-
countries they just don't
Even
care.
if you are on a main road, they will they stop, and they let other people
It's
out,
very
like from a
strange.
just random street, or you
Even if it becomes like almost unsafe or dangerous or
Yeah.
illegal,
Yeah.
like sometimes a driver in Ireland would stop on the middle of the road, like you're saying,
Yeah.
just because there's someone walking.
Yeah.
Like realistically, you should just keep driving because it's your right of way. So,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's a bit a little bit sometimes dangerous.
Because the person behind you driving, they wouldn't know that you're about to stop for someone just randomly, right? So it becomes kind of dangerous sometimes with these nice gestures.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was
Ireland, I would give from 1 to 10, 9. Driving style scale. It's very friendly, very easy to drive, and very safe, I would say. But Latvia, I would say, from safety, 3.
But why is that though? Because we talked earlier about the driving lessons and tests and everything. How there's like 3 months that you have to learn to drive. Shouldn't those drivers in Latvia be better drivers? Like, why are they so aggressive?
I don't know, just the mentality of I don't know. Everyone probably like my driver's instructor in exam. He just pressed my leg. He said, "Go on, don't be slow."
Right.
That's their attitude, probably.
The attitude problem.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why they drive fast.
Yeah, I think we had a pretty good discussion about driving. Do you think we missed anything?
No.
I don't think so.
So hopefully
We are
we'll
in a
see-
safe country, so
So
with the
now
drivers.
when we're driving, everyone's gonna look out for our cars, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, guys," and then everyone's gonna be like looking at us and be like,
Hopefully by the next episodes you've passed your test. So
"Next 2 episodes, maybe 3."
yeah, you'll pass your test. You will learn what a clear way is. No, I'm messing. But yeah, so good discussion. Thanks for taking the time to talk about cars and driving and sharing your experiences. We have a lot of different experiences and we're kind of different drivers, I think. And if you guys enjoyed this episode,
Please press like and subscribe, and make sure to follow us on the next one. Lake out.
and also give us a comment on what you like us to talk about, because we're an open book and we'll talk about anything. So, yeah.
Trigger lake out.
see ya. Bye.
Cut
See
it,
you guys.
Clarence.